26.2 miles, a journey so wide. Each step forward builds strength inside. Every challenge holds a story to share. A marathon is a journey beyond compare. What is running a marathon? 26.2 miles, 42.195 kilometers have to do with life. A lot more than you might imagine. Welcome back to another episode of Live by Skilled, the podcast where we journey together towards a healthier, happier, and more meaningful life. I'm your host Himani, and today we are diving into a concept that mirrors so much of our reality, the marathon of life. Before we begin, let me take you back to an ancient story from 490 BCE, around 2535 years back, in a small town in Greece called Marathon. Yes, you heard it right. Marathon is a city in Greece. At that time, the mighty Persian army was preparing to attack Athens. The Athenians, though vastly outnumbered, needed urgent help to defend their city. This is where Pheidippides, a messenger, a Sandesh Vahak, known for his endurance, came in. He was sent on an important mission to run nearly 150 miles, around 242 kilometers from Athens to Sparta, to ask for reinforcements or any sort of help. Through tough terrain and exhaustion, Pheidippides reached Sparta in 2 days, but the Spartans couldn't join the fight right away. The undeterred Athenians fought bravely at Marathon and won a surprising victory against the Persians. Now, the people in Athens needed to hear the good news of victory quickly. Once again, Pheidippides was given the task. He ran from Marathon to Athens, covering around 25 miles or 40.3 kilometers without stopping. Upon reaching the city, he delivered the message of victory. We have won. They say that Pheidippides collapsed from exhaustion right after delivering the news and passed away. Centuries later, this legendary run inspired the modern marathon race when the Olympic Games were revived in 1896 in Athens. The marathon became a key event. The first marathon was won by Spiridon Louis, a Greek runner, and it brought a great excitement to the games. The distance we run today, 26.2 miles, was set later during 1908 London Olympics to include a special route passing through the royal family's viewing area. The marathon is more than just a race. It's a symbol of courage, endurance, and the human spirit. Life, like a marathon, isn't just about how quickly you reach the finish line. It's about the determination to keep going and the strength to face the uphill climbs and the wisdom to cherish every step along the way. Every marathon starts with one small yet significant step, the decision to take part. That step is often the hardest, filled with hesitation, fear, and self-doubt. I remember the first time I decided to run in a mini marathon. I was feeling shy and unsure of myself, questioning if I could handle it. But here is what I learned. Taking the first step is an act of courage. It is the most crucial part. It is a commitment to yourself, a promise to try despite of the uncertainty. This brings to mind the inspiring story of Kathrine Switzer, the first woman to officially run the Boston Marathon in 1967. Back then, women were not allowed to compete in marathons as it was widely believed that they couldn't handle the physical strain. Determined to challenge those assumptions, Kathrine entered the race under the name KV Switzer to just hide the gender. During the race, an official spotted her and tried to physically pull her off the course. But Kathrine didn't stop. She kept running, surrounded by supportive fellow runners, and crossed the finish line. Her courage and determination not only made history but also opened the doors for women to participate in marathons around the world. Today, she is celebrated as a pioneer, who helped change the face of running forever. Whether it's beginning a new career, starting the fitness journey, or pushing a lifelong dream, that first step opens the door to transformation. So, what's holding you back? Take that first step today, because the journey only begins when you do, when you take that first step and keep going. Every marathon has a tough moment, hitting the wall. It's when your body feels drained, your legs are heavy, and your mind wants you to quit. But if you keep going, something incredible happens. You push past the wall, and suddenly you experience a runner's high, a feeling of joy and strength. There is a burst of energy and happiness, like all the tiredness disappears and you feel unstoppable. That shift from exhaustion to strength reminds us that even in life, when things get tough, you can find the strength to push through and keep moving forward. Whether it's managing a regular boring job, a busy schedule, chasing your goals, or dealing with the relationships, parenting, setbacks. We all face moments where it feels impossible to keep going, just like in a marathon. But the key is to keep pushing forward, one step at a time. Just focus on the single step you take forward. Those small efforts add up, and eventually you realize you are stronger than you thought. The truth is, the wall or that difficult moment or a situation isn't the end. It is a chance to dig deep and find your inner strength. Take Terry Fox, for example. Terry Fox was a Canadian athlete who started his marathon of hope with a prosthetic leg to raise money for cancer research. Despite facing incredible physical challenges, he ran over 5,000 kilometers across Canada and inspired millions. Though he couldn't finish his journey because of his illness, his story still impacts lives today and it inspires many people. Challenges aren't obstacles, they are opportunities for growth and strength. One of the greatest lessons marathons teach us is the value of pacing. Start too fast and you'll burn out. Maybe you'll not be able to complete the run. If you go too slow, and you might miss the opportunity to achieve your best. So, striking the right balance is the key. Life works the same way, whether you are managing responsibilities at work, caring for your loved ones, or chasing personal goals. Finding your rhythm is crucial. Fauja Singh, known as the Turbaned Tornado, began running marathons at 89. Born in India in 1911, he moved to UK later in life and started running to stay healthy. Despite no formal training, Fauja completed several marathons, including the London Marathon at 89 in 6 hours and 2 minutes. After the 2013 Hong Kong Marathon, Fauja Singh retired from long distance running at the age of 102 years. However, he kept running at the lighter pace and participated in shorter races. As of April 2025, he would be 114 years old. His story shows us that the age doesn't have to stop you from achieving great things. Fauja's determination and passion for running inspired many, proving that with the right mindset, anything is possible, no matter how old you are. Finding your rhythm isn't about doing everything perfectly or all at once. It's about making consistent, meaningful progress. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself wisely and you'll enjoy the journey while reaching your destination. In a marathon, there are milestones along the way that remind you how far you have come, whether it's halfway point or the final mile or kilometer. These moments are important because they fuel your motivation to keep going. Life offers similar milestones. Here is the fascinating story of Shijo Kanakuri. known as the father of marathon in Japan. He competed in 1912 Olympics. During the marathon, he collapsed from exhaustion and left the race without officially withdrawing. After 54 years later, in 1967, he was invited back to Sweden to complete the final 400 meters of the race, receiving a warm welcome. His story symbolizes perseverance and the spirit of never giving up, no matter how long it takes. Also, celebrating milestones, whether big or small, helps us stay motivated and appreciate how far we have come. It reminds us to enjoy the journey and keeps us positive and focused on what's ahead. As we close today's episode, here is a thought to carry. A marathon is not just about finishing, it's about how you run the race. It's about the strength you build, the lessons you learn, and the memories you create along the way. Life is just like that. Enjoy the journey, celebrate the milestones, and face challenges head on. I would love to hear your stories about overcoming obstacles or celebrating your victories in the marathon of life. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Le Best Skill podcast on YouTube and Spotify. Until next time, keep moving forward and believe in yourself. Jai Hind, may God bless you.